Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to really get into the information you've sent our way.
That's right.
And this time, wow, you've pointed us towards something really tasty.
Yeah.
We're going way beyond, the usual burgers and sausages on the grill.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity looking at this material you provided to kind of rethink what your grill can actually do.
Yeah.
It's about stepping outside the familiar zone, really. Understanding how you can get surprising flavors, different textures from ingredients you wouldn't normally grill.
Okay, let's break that down because it feels like the grill, the one sitting in the backyard, it's this amazing tool for adding smoke, right?
Yeah.
That smoky flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more than just char marks. The sources you sent, they suggest it's like transforming the grill, making it way more versatile.
Exactly. And that's sort of our mission here, isn't it? To help unlock that potential. I mean, partly it's about impressing guests, sure, but it's also just about broadening your own cooking skills, finding healthier ways, maybe more exciting ways to use that grill, stuff you might not have even thought of.
It's interesting, too, thinking about the history. Grilling is ancient, cooking over fire.
Oh, totally fundamental.
But the sources seem to say that even though it's been around forever, we often kind of limit ourselves in how we use it today.
Yeah, that's a key point. The basic idea is so simple, so primal even. But then you look at the modern food scene, chefs who aren't afraid to, well, play around. And you see there's so much more we could be doing. The sources bring up names like Jamie Oliver, Alice Waters.
Right, I saw that.
And if you think about their whole philosophy, it's all about fresh stuff, seasonal ingredients. So it makes perfect sense they'd take that approach to the grill too,
Yeah.
pushing beyond the expected steak or whatever.
Exactly, celebrating fresh produce. Why wouldn't you bring that to the intense heat of the grill? Speaking of unexpected, grilling avocados, that jumped out.
It's quite something. The heat actually changes the avocado, makes it incredibly creamy, almost buttery.
Really?
Yeah, and at the same time, you get that subtle smokiness baked right in. It complements the natural richness, Imagine that warm, smoky creaminess against, say, a cool salad. Great contrast.
Okay. And then grilling fruit, peaches, pineapple.
Yeah.
You even mentioned watermelon and figs. My first thought isn't usually, let's grill this peach.
Huh. But honestly, that's where some, real magic can happen.
Yeah.
The natural sugars in the fruit. High heat makes them caramelize.
Ah, okay.
So it doesn't just make them sweeter. It develops these really complex kind of smoky notes, too. And it's easy. Just slice them, maybe a tiny bit of oil so they don't stick. Get some nice color. It can totally change a dessert. Or even add a twist to something savory.
All right, I'm starting to see it now. Cedar plank grilling. That sounds different.
What's
The sources link it back to Native American cooking, right? Mostly for fish.
That's the origin, yeah.
Yeah.
Traditionally fish. But the principle works for other things, too.
How does that work exactly?
Well, as the cedar plank heats up on the grill, it releases its natural oils, its aroma.
Mm-hmm.
And that smoke, that fragrance, it just infuses whatever's sitting on top of it. Plus, the plank kind of protects the food from the direct flame so things cook more gently.
Interesting.
The example of cedar planked brie cheese is just perfect. Think about it. Warm, gooey cheese, but with this earthy, woody smell and taste. It's pretty memorable. Definitely an experience.
All right, you're convincing me. The girl's got more range than I realized. But for someone like me, still mostly doing burgers, maybe some chicken, how do I actually start doing this? The sources had tips, right, for expanding the repertoire.
They did, yeah. Good practical stuff. So
Yeah.
with fruit, like we said, keep it simple.
Okay.
Watermelon, peaches, figs, slice them up. A little brush of olive oil helps get that browning, stop sticking. Aim for those nice char marks. Just don't overdo it. You want them tender but not mush.
Right, retain some texture. And grilling cheese, that still feels like it would melt everywhere.
Well, not all cheese. You need ones with a high melting point. Halloumi is a classic for this. Paneer works great too.
Ah, okay. They're firmer.
Exactly. They hold their shape.
Yeah.
And marinating them first with herbs, spices, that adds another layer of flavor before they even hit the heat. Grilled halloumi with a bit of lemon. Fantastic starter. Or in a salad.
Grilled salads. Another one that sounds surprising. Salad equals cold in my head.
Right. But if you take sturdy greens, think romaine hearts, radicchio, even kale, and just kiss them on a hot grill.
Just quickly.
Super quality. You get this light char, a subtle smoky bitterness. It adds a really interesting edge to a salad, and then maybe drizzle some balsamic glaze over it. That sweet tart thing really works with the smoke.
Okay, I can picture that.
Right.
And for people looking for more plant-based options, sounds like the grill's good for that too.
Oh, absolutely. Tofu, tempeh,
Hmm.
even slices of cooked polenta, they get this fantastic crust on the grill.
Right.
The trick with tofu and tempeh especially is a good marinade. They soak it right up because, let's be honest, they can be a bit bland on their own.
Good point. Marinade is key.
And it's not just the main event, is it? The sources also talked about using herbs and spices to, boost everything.
Yeah, like flavor enhancers.
Exactly. Think beyond just salt and pepper, like brushing veggies with rosemary-infused olive oil, or making a chili lime seasoning for fish, or even for those grilled fruits. Adds a real kick. It's all about layering those flavors.
Now let's push it even further. Outside the box. Grilled desserts. That sounds like a brilliant way to end a barbecue. Unexpected.
Totally unexpected. And it gets people talking.
Yeah.
Grilling sliced of pound cake, maybe, or even like donuts.
Donuts.
Yeah, you get this amazing caramelized crust, but the inside stays soft and warm. Imagine that. Warm, slightly crispy cake or donut, maybe with some fresh berries, scoop of cold ice cream. It's show-stopping. Simple, but really effective.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. Grilled donuts. And the last thing was about smoke, right? Infusing things with smoke.
Yes, using wood chips. This takes things to another level, really.
How?
Different woods give different flavors. Like applewood is kind of sweet, good for pork or chicken. Hickory is stronger, more classic barbecue flavor.
Okay.
The key is soaking the chips in water first. Otherwise, they just burn up too fast.
So they smolder instead.
Exactly. You want them to smolder and release that aromatic smoke. You usually put them off to the side, not directly over the flame, so the smoke sort of circulates around the food. You can make even familiar stuff taste, well, extraordinary.
Wow. Okay. So looking at all this, what's the main takeaway for you? What should our listener really grab onto here?
I think the biggest thing is just see your grill as more than just a cooker. It's a tool for exploring flavor, for finding new textures.
Right.
Don't feel locked into just the normal grilling foods. Give the unexpected a try. Experiment a bit. You might actually surprise yourself and your guests too with some really, really delicious results.
It really does feel like it opens up a whole new world, doesn't it? Right there in the backyard. Makes you look at the grill differently, not just for flipping burgers, but as a source of, well, inspiration.
Precisely.
So for you listening right now, maybe think about it. What's the first unexpected thing you're going to try grilling? Could be fruit, could be cheese, maybe even a donut.
Go for it.
Yeah, fire up that grill, get curious, and see where it takes you.